CCOAL Virtual Community Lead Poison Prevention Program, presented by CCOAL Concerned Citizens Organized Against Lead. Who we are. CCOAL Concerned Citizens Organized Against Lead is the first lead poisoning grassroots community-based organization in the city of Cleveland, established in 2005. Our mission statement is to educate, empower, and collaborate to eliminate childhood lead poisoning within families and communities. Okay, well, we're going to get started. It is 5:05, and I would like to welcome everyone to CCOAL's webinar, Miss Lead webinar, part 4, Lead Cleaning and Maintenance Techniques. My name is Robin Brown, and I'm the CEO of Concerned Citizens Organized Against Lead, rebranding to Miss Lead. I'm looking forward to talking with you guys tonight. We're here tonight. We're going to be talking again about the lead safe practices as well as lead safe cleaning. And we're going to start off with Miss Karyn Alexis. She's going to be presenting with me as a community partner tonight. And we're going to let Karyn go ahead and take it.
All right. Greetings, everyone. I am Karyn Alexis of Cleveland Dream Builders, Creative Builders Trades Academy, and we're also in collaboration with the Urban Barber Association. Tonight, I'll be presenting a short presentation to you that covers lead from a contractor's perspective. Previously in the series, some information provided has been circled around what is lead and its effects in the environment. So now we want to speak a little bit more in depth as far as what the homeowner, or should I say the rental property owner, the contractor, such as the renovators and the abatement contractors, as far as information that they should be considering. So if we just hold one moment. As the Miss Lead webinar series has shown us, lead has been harming our children at an alarming rate. Yet it is entirely preventable through lead-safe renovation, repair, and painting, and abatement activities. Today, I aim to provide some helpful information for property owners and contractors. Greetings. My name is Karyn Alexis. I am the owner of Cleveland Dream Builders and the founder of Greg's Hands Workforce Development Program. I am a licensed lead inspector, risk assessor, certified abatement worker, an accredited EPA RRP certification trainer, and a longtime advocate in the fight against lead poisoning. With the City of Cleveland's new lead legislation recently passed, many property owners and contractors are left uncertain of what changes are expected to take, what will be required of them, how to avoid penalties and fines, and how to remain within compliance in the coming years. I will attempt to provide some basic clarity in these areas. Information provided will be sourced from the EPA HUD, which can be found at epa.gov and www.hud.gov. Beginning March 1st, 2021, the new ordinance requires all residential rental units constructed before January 1st, 1978 to have obtained a lead-safe certification from the city's Director of Building and Housing, according to the schedule established by the Director. All units must obtain lead-safe certification by March 1st, 2023. The new legislation requires owners of the rental units to provide a copy of a clearance examination report or lead risk assessment showing there's no existing lead hazards identified in the unit. The rental unit lead examination must be performed by a clearance technician, lead inspector, or lead risk assessor. Moving forward, the rental registration fee will increase to $70 for each unit, and for multiple property and unit owners, the legislation caps the annual fee a single owner can be asked to pay at $30,000 per year. The ordinance establishes the disclosure requirement in the sale or lease of a target housing to include whether the property or unit is under a lead hazard control order. It also requires sellers of 1, 2, 3, or 4-unit dwellings to furnish the purchaser a certificate of disclosure addressing the condition of the property, including current lead status. So, who does it apply to? If you are a rental property owner, renovator, painter, maintenance technician, or abatement worker, Ordinance 747, 2019 applies to you. If you own a home in which you reside, otherwise referred to as an owner-occupied dwelling, you are not required to follow the guidelines of the legislation or submit info for unit certification. Yet we still encourage you to become educated in lead-safe practices and cleaning methods in efforts to protect your family and friends when within your home and on your property. As regulated by the EPA, contractors who do renovations, repairs, and painting need to be trained and certified as RRP renovators or licensed abatement workers. And also as lead professionals, you are expected to use lead-safe work practices, keep required records, make required disclosures. Know that there is a potential fine of $37,500 per violation. And also to have your firm certified as an EPA certified firm. For more information, visit epa.gov/getleadsafe or call 1-800-424-LEAD. And for renovation and abatement companies seeking to legally provide lead services, EPA's lead-based paint abatement and evaluation rule requires both firms and individuals to be certified. Federal law requires all abatement and evaluation firms, including sole proprietorships, working in housing or facilities where children are routinely present, built before 1978, to be certified. Firm certification is a key requirement to ensure individual certification and the use of required work practices. Firms must apply to EPA for certification to perform abatement or evaluation. EPA abatement firm certifications are good for 3 years with the registration cost of $550. EPA renovation firm certifications are good for 5 years with a registration cost of $300. If you apply for both renovation and abatement certification, the fee is $500 total. Please note, renovation firms are not typically involved in abatement. Such activities require additional training, certification of all employees, and a specific work practice standard. To apply, a firm must submit a completed application and fee to the EPA online. RRP versus abatement. Abatement and RRP activities may sometimes look similar, but they're not. Abatement is a specialized activity designed to address lead in the home. RRP activities, including most home contracting work, disturb paint as a consequence to the activity, but they are not often undertaken for the reasons related to lead. Renovation, repair, and painting, otherwise known as RRP. RRP projects are typically performed at the option of the property owner for aesthetic or other reasons, or as an interim control to minimize lead hazards. It is not designed to permanently eliminate lead-based paint hazards. Since RRP projects can disturb lead-based paint in homes and buildings built before 1978, thus creating new lead hazards, individual renovators must be certified in lead-safe RRP practices, and firms must be certified. Firms are not required to make sure occupants are out of the home, child care facility, or preschool, but occupants should not be present within the work area. Firms must distribute EPA's The Lead Safe Certified Guide to Renovate Right before starting renovation work. Lead-based paint activities, otherwise known as abatement, includes lead-based paint inspections, risk assessments, and abatements, which is lead-based paint removal. Lead abatement projects are designed to permanently eliminate existing lead-based paint hazards. They may be ordered by a state or local governments in response to a lead poisoned child, or may be undertaken voluntarily at any time. Lead risk assessments are designed to identify lead hazards and management strategies, and lead inspections are designed to locate all lead-based paint in a home. Individuals must be trained and certified to conduct lead-based paint activities, and the firms must be certified. Lead-based paint activities are regulated differently than renovations, repair, and painting jobs, even though in some cases the activities are similar. Firms are required to make sure occupants are out of the home, child care facility, or preschool. What's next? Did you know you have support and options available to you? The implementation and execution of the new legislation can become a little frustrating at times for professionals and property owners alike. Know that you are not alone and there is support available. For rental property owners, get your property assessed and tested as soon as possible. Painters, renovators, and do-it-yourself rental property owners, you should become RRP certified. You can do so by contacting us at 216-254-7566 or visiting us at www.clevelandlead.org. If you are interested in becoming a licensed abatement worker, please go to www.epa.gov to find an accredited abatement training provider in your area. For additional information and guidance, feel free to contact Ms. Robin Brown and her dedicated team at the Lead Advisory Firm. Their number is 216-220-6925, or for more legislative info, contact Cleveland Lead Safe Coalition at 1-833-601-LED. I thank you for your time. This concludes the presentation.
Thank you. And at this time, we would be going in for questions and answers. Ms. Karyn Alexis, you were speaking on handymen, homeowners, property owners that could do the work themselves, right?
Mhm.
For the RRP, why is there a certain criteria that they're requesting people to get certified? And if they're not certified, what happens?
Okay, well, basically, as stated in the presentation, if you are not like a tradesman, like as far as your regular profession and your main thing might be owning homes, rental properties, to be
Okay.
more specific, you are required to have a RRP certification to do work on your rental property. So in short, any rental property needs to be worked on by either a RRP renovator or a licensed lead abatement worker.
Okay.
So that RRP class, it's a simple 8-hour course. Some classes can be one single day. We currently offer evening classes where it's broken down to 3 evenings, 2.5 hours each night, and then one hands-on day on a Saturday. So our upcoming classes will be posted on our website as well.
Okay, thank you. I think this is really good, and I'm glad that we are partnered with you and others that can do this work, because it starts from within the home. It's not the landlord's fault, but that is the place where children become poisoned at mostly, especially in rental property. So I'm glad that this is being adhered to. And also for the 1 8-hour day certification to be done, and people can do this work safely, because it's so important not to poison our kids. We may not know what that is, but it does a lot of damage to our children when they become lead poisoned from the lead in the paint that is creating dust when you're doing renovation and painting and remodeling. So I thank you.
Definitely. And I would like to add that I'm so glad that you're doing this misled series because it has been a lot of confusion as far as, okay, what is this new legislation? What does it mean? You
Yeah.
know, because a lot of people might sit in a couple different positions. Like, you know, like yourself, you're a lead professional, but you're also a parent and grandparent.
Yes.
So, like, for example, you're going to be demonstrating how to do lead safe cleaning in addition. So it's like, you know, we need to be educated all the way around because we wear many hats within this fight against lead poisoning.
Yes, we do. And I thank you again for your tremendous work over the years, getting yourself in a position to be a very central partner in this work. And by getting your firm, kudos, yay. And I like it because you're not just centralized here in Cleveland, correct?
Correct. We actually, with our certification, with our RRP certification, we're
Mhm.
able to provide training anywhere in the United States that falls under the RRP rule with the EPA and HUD.
And so that's great. So as we move forward and the work come about, we can partner with other contractors. So you guys know contractors out there, please have them get in touch with Dream Builders, um,
Yes.
so that we can help you better further yourself in this work. And if opportunity comes, as we prayerfully hope it does, um, it's a way to create workforce development. So I am really happy to be in the position with you.
Thank you. And I'll make sure to put our contact information in the chat.
Yes, please do, Cleveland Dream Builders. I appreciate you. Thank you for joining us tonight. Um,
Thank
we
you.
will now be, if there's no more questions and answers, we will be going into our second part of our lead safe cleaning techniques. As we've been going through our misled series, we know that lead dust is a major component to lead poisoning, and that dust you cannot see by the naked eye. And so we have to take and assume that it is on all of our surfaces. So when we do our cleaning, it's a special way we have to do that. Okay, what you're going to be seeing here, I'm doing a demonstration of materials and items that you need. And as you see on the table, and I'm stretching this rag and cloth right now, that's demonstrating the wrong cloth to clean with. What we want you guys to really use is a microfiber cloth. Reason being, it maintains the dust. And you see me shaking the cloth to show that you're not getting the dust particles. Also, we would like for any cleaning solutions could be used. And you want to use a spray bottle as you go through your cleaning methods. We also have um, disposable gloves. We say utilize those because you can reuse those opposed to the disposable gloves. We want you to be able to afford the material you need to actually clean your home. Um, Cleaning is, don't take this personal. I was a director of environmental services in a hospital. Cleaning is very important, and you need your double buckets um, to maintain your cleaning solution as well as your rinsing. Cleaning for lead dust is different from cleaning regularly like we are used to doing. So I'm kind of demonstrating the methods and the items that you need, which would be a regular blue bucket if you have that at home. If you don't have the double bucket, a regular bucket is just as good. It just causes you to have to um, dump your old salt water out more frequently and filling the bucket up. With our high dusting, we don't want to dry dust. And the reason for that is having no moisture on your mop or your high duster. Um, it will not remove the lead dust. You need it to be wet so that the dust can cling to it. So we talk about that as well as having your vacuum cleaner for your HEPA vac. The purpose of using a HEPA filtration, it actually pulls the lead from the floor better because remember, lead is a heavy metal and it's something that do not come up easy, and with that filtration, it does. You will see me, as you see me talking about high dusting and low dusting. When you clean a home, you actually start from top to bottom, coming down. Reason being, your dust is high. And if you start dusting, you want your dust to come down, and then you could get to your second level of cleaning. So we were just talking about that high dusting, right? And again, you want to go up, down. I tie my cloth around my high duster, and the reason being, we don't want dry cloths. And you see me going from corner to corner like a fourfold. So you take your two corners and then you bring your other two up, as you see me demonstrating with the green cloth. It's not an easy thing to do, but it can be done. And what you're going to notice me do before I use it, I'm actually going to damp the cloth, as I spoke about before. You want a wet material so that you can actually navigate the dust off of the material without it falling down. Because if you see, it's sticking to the cloth, it didn't fall down. So you definitely want to keep a wet spray bottle on all your items to be wet that you're using to clean with. So you're going to see me go over to the TV as well. And I started wrong. You're actually supposed to start top and come down, and I had to catch myself because, again, everything that is up is going to fall down. So you want to stay on your surface without lifting it until you're done. And you're not going to see the dust, right? So when we're looking on there, we're not going to see dirt on our cloths because, again, lead dust is not seen by the naked eye. What I'm going to be demonstrating here is the table wiping. And I dip in the bucket on the cleaning solution side. I wiped it down once. The most important part about lead cleaning is the double wipe process, as you've been hearing me say. I sprayed the table down, I wiped over it, then I went in, I'm rinsing it again, and then I'm going to do it a second pass. The most important part is that we always do a double wipe. First spraying, and then secondly, removing it. If we only pass one time, can you really say you're getting your dust up? No, because the dust is still on that surface. But the most important thing of everything is to make sure that your double wiping process, you want to start top, come down, clean your surfaces, and then you want to wipe yourself out of the door. So that means when you see me dust mopping, I was taking myself to the doorway. So everything now is leaving out the door with me. We want to thank you for the time that you have spent with us today. We want to thank St. Luke's Foundation for giving us the funding to put the Misled webinar on with our community members. We want to thank them for being able to help us create our beautiful brochure that is now being circulated out in the public, telling about our lead awareness and the necessary steps that a family can take towards lead prevention. This is just the start of many things that is to come. We will be hosting more series online. We will be doing community engagement, and we will be talking more of Did You Know? So don't get misled by lead. And thank you for watching our 4-part series. Bye bye.